the sunlight hits the stain upon my window. Reach to touch your body, but that body is the cross on which I'm dying. And the whores and the junkies and the winos are all down on Park Avenue Sound. My dear, it's a brand new year, and I just can't remember the words or the feels. I'm staring through the darkness as the street lights cast a shadow on the ceiling. Start my 32nd year in this hospital of fools and sad-eyed killers. And the silver ball is falling on Times Square, and all the cops are looking nervous tonight. My dear, it's a brand new year, and I just can't remember the words of the feelings. The darkness feeds my soul. What it is, I just can't say. All I feel is emptiness as you slip away. Now I'm standing in the corner of some memory that I used to be so sure of. Some crazy stinking scene that I no longer recognize. And the years come spinning round like some carnival of dreams are dressed in rags and bones. Oh my dear, it's a brand new year, and I just can't remember the words of the feelings. My dear, it's a brand new year.
Southern Cross.
There was a butterfly.
That's so beautiful. So, do you remember by any chance the guitar player painting by Jan Vermeer? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It was stolen on this day and
Really?
found in London.
Okay.
And I just thought maybe it's something you should check out because
Well, it wasn't me, Gov.
it wasn't you. That's another funny song. And it's the day that King Henry VIII ordered Bibles placed in every church.
Okay, the first
on
Democrat.
This day. Yeah.
First Democrat.
Henry VIII? What do you think of Henry VIII?
Let me see. I went to the school that was founded by Henry VIII for my high school.
Oh, yeah?
The Worcester Royal Grammar School for Boys.
Really?
Yeah, that was founded by Henry VIII.
So did you get to have 6 wives?
Unfortunately not.
Was that part of the
I don't know if I
curriculum?
could handle 6 wives, and not all at one time anyway.
That's true.
Well,
That's
one's
true.
enough.
That's true. So on our show, I know you've told a lot of stuff already, but we like to get a skeleton from your closet. Do you even have one?
Skeleton of what?
Skeleton in your closet.
Tell
It
him
means
and check.
some like secret
Something
that you're
that-
keeping.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got one?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sure, everybody has some.
Yeah.
Good.
What do you got? What do you got?
No, sorry.
You don't want to say?
No.
What about a tame one? What about when you were a little kid? Did you ever do anything
You
when
would
you
tell
were little?
lies.
Oh, sure.
Can you think of one?
Some lie.
Something.
Like you stole a piece of candy or something.
Yeah, I stole some candies in a shop.
Oh, and here's
Really?
a
Actually,
melted candy.
it was a gang of
Melting.
children.
What happened?
And we stole some candies.
Do you remember what kind of candy?
Yes, I remember. It was like stick,
Stick,
like
wow.
soya stick, or soya bar.
And how old were you?
Soya
Wow, and but it stands out in your memory.
Sure.
Wow. Well, you know, Wednesday is going to be National
You really know
Butterscotch
it.
A soy
Brownie
stick.
Day.
No, I was just thinking, steal something better than that.
Well,
That's pretty good.
I
Yeah.
guess in
Yeah, I don't like
Prague,
soy.
you know, you get what you can get.
Well, that time, yeah.
Yes.
So there were sort of like early sort of gang banging in Czechoslovakia. They went in with a big gang. They hoisted the soy bars from the shop. That's how it was under communism.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It was black market, and then they went and sold them, right? And got more candy. So what about you?
Oh, Jesus, I don't think I should tell you this.
Well, you have to want to tell
Actually,
me.
I will, because it doesn't mean so much to American viewers anyway. But my real name is actually not Phil Shoenfelt.
Oh, no.
It's Philip Schofield.
Is that right? Schofield.
Cause the gasps of amazement and shock and horror by all your English viewers.
So how did you change your name and why?
Because
It's
of
so
this.
similar.
It is similar. Schoenfeld is the kind of English version of, the German version of Schofield. It means beautiful field. And one of my history teachers gave me this nickname when I was at school. And when I did my first...
Beautiful field?
Yeah, Mr. Beautiful Field. But he said Schoenfeld, and it said Schofield. So I remembered that. And when I had to change my name because of the rather famous BBC television announcer Philip Schofield, but with two L's, I realised the necessity of changing my name because I had a tour.
Did you do it legally?
No. I
So
don't do
your
anything
passport?
legally. So
I like this guy.
no, I did my first solo EP. I had a band in New York in the early 80s called Khmer Rouge.
Okay.
And after I was totally messed up on heroin, I went back to London in the mid-80s. I stopped in 1988, and as a kind of consolation prize, God gave me a record contract with Marquis Smith of The Fall to do a 12-inch EP under my own name. And prior to this EP being released, I went out on tour with The Fall, and I remember we played Nottingham Rock City, and the guy announced me as Philip Schofield. And the whole place just erupted in laughter.
Oh, they
Because,
thought it was
yeah.
the BBC guy?
Yeah, because Philip Schofield, the BBC
Right.
announcer, is a real, very nice guy, you know,
Yes.
but he was like idolised by 8-year-old girls, and he had these two glove puppets that used to speak to each other on his show. But one of them was called Gordon. I can't remember what the other was called. He said, "What do you think of that, Gordon?" "I don't know."
Okay.
And all the kids down the front were like, "Where's Gordon?" So, you know, it's like I played in punk and post-punk bands. This is my first solo acoustic
Right,
show.
right.
I wanted the stage to open and swallow me.
Oh,
So after
man.
that, I think I got to change my name. What
Got
can
it.
I change it to? Schoenfeld. That's what my history teacher used to call me. Also sounds kind of Central European and kind of, you know,
Yeah.
mysterious.
Yeah, it's a little
I
different.
didn't realise it meant Mr. Beautiful Field at the time. This was only later. I saw
Nothing's
it.
wrong with the
Unless-
beautiful field of
and
poppies.
Yeah, and the record company misspelt it. It's exactly. And the record company misspelt it. It should have a C in it, but they
So you like
it's
that?
H, so it was like very idiosyncratic.
Yeah, I like that.
And I put the umlaut, this little two dots,
Yeah.
over the
Now,
O.
do you need a special typewriter for that?
Probably.
Yeah.
But
Make it as difficult as
it
possible.
drives German people crazy.
I'm
It's
sure.
It's like
But you know, you just...
it's not possible to have this. So I
Yeah,
did it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
dropped it now. The umlaut's gone.
Oh, okay. So I have a question, because nobody seems to know the answer to this question. I have two questions, actually, but you were talking BBC. When I lived in London, there was a television show. It was the short little show in black and white. It was little kids that were acting as grown-ups, and it was like there were doctors and nurses, sister, and there was the spinster. And do you remember this show? Nobody remembers it.
When was it?
I lived there in '80.
Jesus, I was out of my head on heroin at the time.
I
would've
know
watched programs like that.
nobody can remember this show, and I know it was. I loved this. It was like a little soap
It's like,
opera.
like doctors and nurses.
Something, but it wasn't. That's another show, but it was like that, and they were little, and they were so cute, and I
Right.
loved that. I loved it. The spinster. She must have been 10.
Right.
And sister, they dressed up like
Right.
like grown-ups.
Okay,
Oh
I
no,
miss that. I miss
no one remembers that show. My other question of my life right now. This is the question I'm asking everyone right now, and nobody knows this answer either. What is the difference between a red flag and getting back on the horsey? We'll be back with Bruce, the Australian crazy people, in a minute on ReWandWho, Sunday in the Park. Yes, with Phil
Shoenfelt.
and
Pavel Tingle.
there you go, Southern Cross.
This song's cool.
I put up with you. Please share yours with me.